Well, good evening, everybody. How's everybody out there in YouTube land this evening? Everything is just hunky-dory here on the good ship Lily 2. We are having a ball today. We really are. Today has been one of the better days that I've had on the boat in a very, very long time. A much-needed respite, a much-needed rest. Just a good day for getting some stuff done and relaxing and enjoying the boat and enjoying my dog and enjoying myself for that matter. Just a really good day all the way around. So, hey Smokin', how you doing? Hey Chief, what's going on, man? How is everybody out there in YouTube land this evening? Hey Ian, what's up, brother? What's up? Hey Smokin', glad you're enjoying yourself. I am. I had a really good day today. So, hey Evil, what's up, man? Evil, no Evil, you gotta find I don't know, a nicer name. That just seems, I don't know, ominous. Hey John Dolan, what's up? Carla, how you doing? Hey Armco, what's going on? Miss Shar, how are you this evening? Can't wait to hear about your day. Well, it was a good one. It was a very good day today. So, I'll get to that in a moment when we get people, let's let some people roll in for a minute or two. Hey Country Cruiser. Sail life, there you go. Got to watch some videos today on Wi-Fi. I have Wi-Fi here, so not affecting my my minutes. One of the other advantages of being able to stay in a marina as opposed to anchoring out is that I get free Wi-Fi. Well, not free, it's included as part of the deal, but I get Wi-Fi, and so I can actually watch a video and not worry about it. It's pretty cool. Hey, Johnny Hag, what's going on? Hey, Coyote. How's it going there, Riley? Hey, Carla. You sound almost jubilant. I'm in a good mood today, man. I'm in a real good mood. I was just watching your October 22nd, 2017 live chat, 8 days and counting, and you were wearing a beaver wolverine wolf fur hat. I do not still have that, Miss Shar. No, I left that up in Alaska. I actually gave that away to a friend of mine there. But yeah, I left it there. So, yep. Oh man, I actually had a few of those. I also had one that I gave to my son in Ohio as well. Hey JR, hey Frank, good to see you here. I haven't seen you in a couple of days. I hope you're feeling better, buddy. I hope you're feeling better. I'm glad to see you here. I know you've been in pain a lot lately, so hey No Plastic, what's up? Waksha Pilot, hello there. Yeah, Doug's in the hospital, guys, just so you know. Thank you, Smokin', for reminding me of that. Douglas is in the hospital once again. He thinks he had a cyst, another cyst on a kidney blow up, and so that makes him feel really poor. This is an ongoing thing with Doug. This happens on a regular basis. It's not like something new. It's something that's happened to him many times, unfortunately. But yeah, he believes another cyst ruptured on his kidney and it's making him feel really poorly, so he's back in the hospital. Probably will be for a couple of days. They'll give him high-dose antibiotics, and he'll be home once again. So, fur hat with long-sleeve camo shirt, and you showed the snow outside. Yes, oh, I'm so glad I'm not there, Charlene. I am really so glad I'm not there. Oh, Frank out on bail. Yeah, Frank's just feeling better. I'm glad he's here, so. Did not know you're ill, Frank. My best wishes. Yeah, Frank has been in pain a lot lately, so. John Dolan calling, there you go. Hey, Gary, how are you? So, anyhow, we've got, we're like 4.5 minutes into this already. Everyone's kind of rolling in, so why don't we go ahead and get started with what I wanted to talk about today, and go from there. So, the first thing I wanted to talk about today, my first, I have an agenda. I have an agenda this evening. Well, actually, before I get to my agenda, let me answer the big question. Pulled the cable out. Yes, it's broken. It's a 10-foot long cable. It's a 33 model cable. Apparently they're a bit more common than what I had anticipated. There's a lot of places that have them available. However, I spoke to a guy today. I spoke to a guy named Guy, who was sort of the local repair guru here in this marina area. Motorcycle, yeah. Just Bill. I like to replace things. One of the things I've learned on this boat is there's a reason why you pay extra for marine grade material. You pay extra for marine grade hardware for a reason, and so I stick with the marine grade stuff. Anyhow, so Guy was telling me that he was actually out of town today at a funeral. He was going to be back tonight. In fact, he may call during the middle of this live stream, actually, or sometime. I'm expecting a call from him this evening to tell me when he could get me in and to come fix that. He thinks he probably has a cable in inventory in stock. He thinks he has a cable in stock. And he says if he comes over and does it, it's going to take about an hour for him to do. $80 an hour, but it's only going to take an hour for him to do. So I told him, oh, hell yes, absolutely, come on down. Come on down. If he could do it in an hour for $80, I can't fit in the last... Hey, stop that. Don't fluff up the cushions. That's a... She keeps tearing up my cushion. Look what she did to my cushion here. You see how it's all tore? This is all tore. She gets in them and she tries to fluff them up, and she's tearing up the finish on them. Stop that. You bad dog, you. Oh, well. Anyhow, so it looks like he has a part in inventory, and I'm just waiting for him to call and give me a confirmation as to when he can come over and do it. That's the big question. How quickly can he make it over here? His main assistant guy is actually out of state for a couple of days, so and he's got a lot of stuff on his plate, so he's not sure how quickly he can come. So yeah, Lily's making a bed. Yeah, by tearing up my cushions. But anyhow, so I'm waiting to hear. I still don't have a definite answer. I was hoping he was going to call me before the live stream tonight. So we will wait and see what happens, and hopefully a Guy will be able to come to the rescue and get this thing taken care of. So let me jump in the chat here. Lily's making her bed. Okay. Hey, I got a YouTube question. If you get paid for advertisement commercials doing live streams, I don't see commercials. Does that affect your pay with YouTube? Learning here as we go. Country Cruiser, yes. I get paid by impressions from YouTube. The money I get from YouTube is for impressions. I get, right now, I'm about $5, $4 to $5 per 1,000. So for every 1,000 people that watch the video, and they see a commercial on the video, for every 1,000 of them, I get like $3 or $4. So in a given month, with my, realistically, I have about 2,600 to 2,700 subscribers. Disregard what it actually says on my channel. I actually have about 2,600 to 2,700 real subscribers that subscribe to my channel. And from those views, I'm going to get 300 to 800 views on a video on a given day. And so, yeah, I don't make very much money at all from the ad revenue from YouTube. Hardly enough to even be of much interest. Now, sometimes people will get on there and hit the super chat. They'll hit super chat during live streams, and that money is added to my ad revenue, and that I get paid at the end of the month. So as an example, everybody that clicks on super chat during the month of, during last month, okay, anybody that did that last month, I get paid on the 21st of this month. So it's always like almost a full month behind before I see any of that money. And then they take they take like a third of it for their, service for handling those monies or whatever. So I really lose a lot. This is why I tried to suggest to everybody that they use PayPal instead of super chat, because PayPal doesn't usually take hardly anything, if anything at all, and so I do much better with it. But there's a little education for you about how some of YouTube works. But at least 6 figures. Yeah, right. I wish it was 6 figures. Yes, and you guys will notice I did not do a Sunday patron-only YouTube or live stream. I decided to not do it again this evening because last night's live stream was so much fun. It really was, and so I wanted to make it keep it open to everybody. As long as I'm not being hammered and devastated by, you know, troll nonsense, I really prefer having the live streams open for everybody so everybody can participate. Sometimes, though, from your viewers' standpoint, some of the patrons, and I understand this, they kind of like the patron-only one from time to time because we don't have to deal with any of that nonsense. So I have enough moderators out there right now. Hopefully they'll nip in the butt any kind of troll activity that pops up. They're sometimes much better identifying that than I am. I tend to be a bit more patient with people, but so we'll go with that. All 6 figures to the right of the decimal point. Yes, that's pretty much it, Riley. All 6 numbers to the right of the decimal point. That would be a very accurate depiction of that. I mean, in a given month, if nobody hits the super chat in a given month, it's so little that, and by the way, YouTube has a $100 minimum. You have to have at least $100 in a month for them to send you a check. Otherwise, they add it to next month's check. And so if absolutely nobody hits my super chat, I won't even get a paycheck from them in a month because I don't even make $100 a month from ad revenue. So it's pretty slim. So where's Gene? I have no idea. So where did you go? I didn't go anywhere today. Those guys quote estimate including parts with labor. Miss Shar, I don't know. No, it doesn't. It's $80 an hour is the labor free, and then I don't know what he's going to charge me on the part. I've been able to identify the 10-foot long cable that I need at other sources for about $42 to $45, depending on where you buy them. So I'm assuming he's going to be about the same for that. So I'm figuring it's going to be like $120 or thereabout total, which right now, thanks to the good donations from the people yesterday and the day before, I can cover that and still have enough money left over to buy fuel so I can get on down the road. So, which is exactly what I need to be doing right now. Hey, Stuck in BC, how you doing? Hey, Dick. Any plan to increase the ad revenue? Well, Dick, I'm hoping now that we seem to have moved away from troll activity so bad. We're not getting that so much. I'm hoping that we can start picking up subscribers, and we are. My subscriber number, I'm slowly, like 1 or 2 a day. I'm slowly beginning to click up again, starting to grow the channel. Ideally, what my next big item is on my agenda of things to acquire is a computer. I need to. Yeah, Carla, try refreshing. I don't think anybody else is having a problem with it buffering, so try refreshing. Anyhow, I need to get a computer so I can start editing. There's a lot of cool stuff that I wish I could film and incorporate into the videos and put regular videos out on a daily basis as well. But I can't because I really don't have the ability to edit right now because I don't have a computer. So my next big item is like $700 to $800 for a decently powered computer that I can do editing with and stuff. Hey, there's Douglas. How you doing, Doug? How you feeling, buddy? I hope you're feeling better, Doug. I don't want to start a big discussion, but if you couldn't get that cable, you could probably have that cable brazed back together. Yeah, Frank, that would have been a disaster trying to do that. We're not even going to start coming up with suggestions on how to fix that, okay? Actually, somebody else was saying something about, you know, I could cut the tubing and cut the cable and shorten it a little bit and be able to hook things up that way. But, you know, that cable is 45 years old, and why would I want to reinstall a 45-year-old wire? If it broke in one place, it's certainly going to break in another place. So we'll just leave that alone. So anyhow, I'll check the motor mounts, 2 broken alternator brackets, and now the throttle cable. I will try to do that, Doug, but I believe the motor mounts are fine. Sounds like a good plan going forward. So your ad revenue won't grow until you can produce actual videos. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think my ad revenue will be able to grow. Two fronts on that, actually. One, I can't produce regular videos, so I'm missing all the view counts from when I do generate regular videos. And two, when I generate regular videos, I post them into my Patreon first before they become public, and I charge for those videos when I put them on Patreon first. Those folks are paying to get first dibs at those videos. And so not only am I losing ad revenue, but I'm also losing my patron income. Like this month, I've not charged anybody anything this month on Patreon for anything because all I'm doing is live streams, and I'm not doing patron-only live streams. So my Patreon income is nil this month, zero, and the ad revenue from YouTube is, you know, less than $100. So if it was not for my PayPal income, I would really be more destitute than I am now. So. May look fine, but may be weak due to deterioration after 44 years. Doug, I will check them out, but I don't know that I could. I don't know that I could look at a motor mount and tell whether it was bad or not. So, monitor seats, cable in hand with the bike shop, the lawnmower places. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Actually, just to clarify things, so you guys, are you fundraising for a computer now? JR, I am trying to save up to buy a computer right now. Yes. Yes, I'm working very diligently trying to squirrel away money as best I can so I can start getting a computer together. That's my next item that I need to acquire so I can, and it would make a sizable difference in my revenue, but you can still do a phone video with insider info for your patron peeps. Yeah, my phone does not have editing capability. It's just not big enough for that. Yep, and neither my iPhone nor my iPad have big enough hard drives for me to edit on. So, can't make content with those. Already went down that road, already researched it, already tried some really lesser quality video editing programs like iMovie and stuff. I don't have enough space on the hard drives on my devices to be able to do that. So, yep, if I had a new laptop, as an example today, you know, today's a perfectly good example. I took Miss Lily for a walk today, a number of times actually, and she just had a ball. She's doing something new. I kind of laugh at her. She's doing something new here. They have this big field over here that I can I unleash her, and she just can go run around in the field and play. And so I unleash her, and what she does is she puts her nose down and she zigzags all around the field trying to find a place to do her business. And then she'll do her business, and when she gets done doing her business, she's doing a victory lap. She likes running the perimeter of the field around the outside. She'll do first she'll do a beeline to me after going to the bathroom, and then she'll do a victory lap around the field. And then come back and tear around me for a little bit longer, run around in circles and stuff. It's just really funny to be able to do that. So I wish, because I do have I have the Lily Cam. I have a camera that I can mount onto her harness. So it would be great to film that, but I have no way of uploading that and being able to share that. I can't. None of my devices have enough storage capacity for me to upload a video to them. I even went out and, Doug can attest to this. I even went out and bought this really stupidly expensive cable so that I could connect my cameras to the camera to the phone, and there's not enough. I can't upload a video. Even a 3-minute video is too much file size for me to be able to upload. So that's just not a viable solution. I need a laptop so I can edit. So, as you replace the throttle cable in the motor in forward reverse and see how much it moves. If you replace your throttle cable, put the motor in forward and reverse and see how much it moves. Yeah, Doug, the vibration problem in the engine, I don't believe is a broken motor mount. The vibration problem in the engine is when I was in New Jersey, and the towboat guy, when I had the anchor dragging and then it wrapped around my propeller shaft, the towboat guy towed me sideways and pulled me really hard sideways at one point, where the anchor was still pulling on my drive shaft, holding me in place. So he was trying to pull me, but my anchor was holding me. When he did that, I think he slightly bent. I think the drive shaft slightly bent on the prop shaft, slightly bent. And so now, while I'm going, that prop shaft isn't as straight as it should be, and that's causing the excessive vibration. I don't believe it's a motor mount. I believe it's a drive shaft alignment issue. It's why I'm also seeing an increase in water coming in around the packing gland. Fortunately, my automatic bilge is addressing that and taking care of that problem. But that is all part of that situation. And it's not going to get fixed until I have the prop shaft removed and either straightened or replaced. And I certainly can't afford to do that, and I'm not going to do that until I get down to Marathon, Florida, and I can address it that time when I have more money because that's going to be a fairly major expense. I have to pull the boat out of the water, put it up on the hard, and then we have to disassemble all that. The transmission connection's got to be taken apart. There's a carrier bearing in there. It's got to be all that's got to be come out and redone. So there's a lot more to it than just that. So let me go back in the chat and see what all I'm missing here. Okay, portable hard drives are cheap. Yeah, I have portable hard drives, Don, but it still needs to go through. It still needs to go through the iPad or the iPhone in order to work. Before I watched that 20 times. Bill, I would love to do that, but without a computer, I can't upload those videos about putting the camera on Lily. So, good subscriber revenue. Yeah, I wish it was more. Okay. Don't you do a victory lap after you? No, I don't. Let me do another match. I will match all PayPal donations between now and the 31st of this month, up to $1,000. So, folks, that gives you 10 days to donate. Holy crap, John. Seriously, dude. Wow. All right. There's the challenges on. John, wow, John, that's like amazing, John. That's like super, super amazing, man. I cannot tell you how much I appreciate that. I didn't bring up the conversation, by the way. I didn't bring that up to try to get people to donate tonight, but okay, so John Dolan will match dollar for dollar up to $1,000 for anybody that hits my PayPal. That would be awesome. John, you're an amazing dude, man. You really are. Thank you so much. Windows are so much easier to edit on. Thanks. Phones can talk to an SSD or USB drive via OTG. What the hell is OTG? Troll Sniper, he doesn't want to hear it. Yeah, I don't know what that is. USB drive via OTG. I don't even know what OTG. What is OTG? My drives plug in. They plug in using a USB cable. That's how my hard drives. Here, I've got. I mean, to give you guys an idea how much I've been working with this, I have the hard drive right here in arm's reach. It has to connect with a USB cable. My iPhone and my iPad do not have USB cables. So, let me get it here. Also within arm's reach. Nope, wrong one. I have these little bins here. Here's the right bin. I have these little bins that I use to keep stuff dry. Doug drove me around over to a little Micro Center store. So this is the hard drive. So I could buy this stupid cable for like $50. This stupid cable for like $50 because this allows me. This is a USB female, so I can plug the USB into this, and then this connects to my phone. So my hard drive can connect up to my cell phone. It still doesn't solve the problem of being able to try to edit a video or upload it through the phone. My phone doesn't have enough room left on it, neither does my iPad, because I have to upload it onto the phone in order to upload it up onto YouTube. Gotta do one first before I can do the other. I've been down this road and I've tried this, guys. They're just not big enough. I don't have enough space on the hard drive. I've even dumped a whole bunch of stuff off of my phone trying to make room, and it just wasn't enough. I dumped everything down to where I'm down to just the programs, and I can't take it any lower than that. So, need a good gaming computer. What about 1500 to make and edit best videos? Yeah, I've been able to, the computer that I had was a Hewlett Packard. I can buy a very similar, actually a little bit better pro computer than that. For about $700, I can buy a pretty good laptop that would enable me to be able to start editing again and start doing stuff. So, okay, agreed. $25 from Miss Shar. Thank you, Miss Shar. Thank you, darling. I appreciate getting my PayPal. That's sweet, dear. Awesome of you. Really good. Get the ball rolling here. There, Miss Shar just put out the first got one, guys. So the challenge is on. Adjust the packing. Yeah, I actually smoking. I just bought the wrenches the other day to get back there and work on the packing. I haven't got back in there to do that yet, but I'm going to be doing that hopefully pretty soon. So I can get a job before you buy a computer. JR, I have a job once I get to Florida. So I'm sorry to upset you on that. I know you don't seem to get this whole thing, but I have a job. That's why I'm pushing very hard to get to Florida so I can go back to work. Water belongs outside the boat. Yeah, well, but water is also used as a cooling mechanism, as a lubricant in through the packing glands. So I'll commit to 100. There you go, Coyote. It's John Boat now. Very generous, John. Yeah, John's a great guy. Absolutely. It would be great for Carl to have a laptop to document his final few miles to Florida. Yeah, it would be. Well, 850 roughly, 850. Now, $1,000 total, Country Cruiser, $1,000 total. So everybody, please donate, and John will match it up to $1,000. So if you guys all get together and donate up to $1,000, John's going to match it with another $1,000. That's what he's saying. So. Everybody please donate. SD card reader attached to iPhone to upload iCloud, $14.99 on Amazon. SD card reader attached to iPhone and upload to iCloud. I'm sorry, Sniper, I was not able to make that work. So. Just fixed up a MacBook 2015 for a friend. That's an awesome machine. Used on eBay, $575. Didn't get better than that. All Adobe products work flawless. After I don't know what MTIB is. Thanks, Dick. I appreciate that. OTG on-the-go cable. What the hell is an on-the-go cable? Refurbish laptops with your needs is something you and your supporters should look into. Refurbish yours, have a 75. Actually, no, Plastic, they gave me a price of being able to fix mine. It was like $575 to fix my laptop, which actually was not a bad option for me because I have a bunch of footage already downloaded onto that laptop I would love to salvage anyway. So I don't know. It would be having to replace my motherboard, though. Mac, once I'm able to afford it. Huh. Thanks for clearing that up. Can you upload via Wi-Fi from your GoPro to your phone? Yes, I can do that. But once again, there's not enough storage space on my phone to receive the video. The underlying problem is my phone storage isn't big enough. It's got to go onto my phone in order to go up to upload. My phone's not big enough to handle that. It's got to go through the phone, and the phone needs to upload it on level. So, okay. If I did not have my sorority dues on the first, certainly donate. Oh, that's right, Carla. I know everything about that. I don't assume I know anything about technology, Mr. Twister. Absolutely not. If you go to work, what will happen to your adventure? Well, my adventure will become better funded. That's what's going to happen to my adventure bill. I'm going to be continuing to live on the sailboat and continuing to make content from Florida and from the Bahamas. So, in fact, I hope to be able to make a lot of improvements once I start having some funds available to be able to do more. So, okay. I'm trying to catch up on the chat, guys. I'm way behind. I looked at your channel. 90% of your videos are live streams. People support you. Well, Seltzer Provisions, you obviously haven't gone back far enough in my videos to look. I've created quite a lot of videos over the years. Okay, well, that's not the truth, so I don't know what to tell you, dude. Maybe volunteer at homeless shelter and they will give you free food and free place to stay. Okay. I have a watch that Dreadful Delos for $95,000. I'll have to watch. No, Bill, I'm going to be able to continue making content. Don't worry about it. There's going to be a lot of content forthcoming. It may not be content to me moving down the ICW. It's going to be content to me doing stuff there in and around Florida. So on your phone, will that cable that you purchased allow you to move files from the iPhone to the hard drive? No, Frank, that's what I've been trying to say. In order to move it from like, okay, my iPhone only has one jack. There's only one place to plug in my iPhone. So if I use this cable, I can use a USB. Or I can also use through the Wi-Fi, I can upload, like my GoPro camera will upload to my phone, automatically without any connection. As long as they're near each other, they use Bluetooth technology, and I can transfer a file from my GoPro to my phone. My phone doesn't have any place to put that file. My phone is full. Even I go on and I delete all the stuff off my files. I take all my pictures off, all my videos off. I take everything off the phone. It's full. I mean, every day I have to delete everything off my phone. My file is full. So I can't take, like if I were to go out and fly my drone around here as a good example. If I were to go out and do a 5-minute flight with my drone and then take my drone and put that into this little USB reader and then use this cable to connect it to my phone, all well and good, but there's no place for my phone to receive it. It doesn't have any room left. There's no in. There's no room at the in. So, and it's got to go in before it can go out someplace else. I don't know how I can make that any clearer for folks. Okay. So your ex-wife was pretty good at editing videos ask her for advice. Yeah, right. Oh, when do you plan to start lead generation? Still plan to do it via snail mail? Thought about it. It seems an outdated way to do it. Don't get wrong, brother. Just curious. No, Dick. Actually, that's the beauty of it. It is very old school. That's what makes it highly effective. People today, mail has gotten to be so antiquated as a marketing technique. But what I do, Dick, as an example, I will print out a letter. I will hand address an envelope. I will put my return address on it. I'll write their name and address on it by hand. 2,000 of them a month. Hand address them. That has an extremely high success ratio for people opening that mail and actually reading it, because they think they're getting something personal to them. It's not pre-printed, bulk mailed, bulk posted. I put a stamp on it. It looks like someone sending them a personal letter. That gets the letter open. Once it's open, I got them. Once they open that up, they have nothing else. They get the impression on my name. I sent them a letter. They know I sent them a letter. And after I send them a letter for a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, and then all of a sudden they think, well, we probably should sell that place in Florida. Hey, what's the name of that guy that keeps sending us all those letters? That's how that works. It's really old school. It's what they did successfully back in the 50s, and it still works effectively today. And it works effectively because it's not the high-tech, media savvy thing that everybody else is doing now. It's old school, and that makes it highly effective. I hope that helps you out with that. So, you'll be fundraising for months after you hit marathon, since it will take a while at the first get commissions. Yes, probably will. Not trying to be a dick at all. I respect your donations. which I can understand, but you drink Heineken is very expensive beer. I've been watching and in Zeagle in Alaska. Yeah, Carrie Beth, I do drink Heinekens. I drink maybe 1 or 2 a week. I find I would much rather drink a quality beer and drink them very few and far between than drink crap beer and have it available all the time. Fact is, I really don't need to be drinking alcohol. I need to keep my alcohol content less, which is why I'm drinking seltzer water, not Heineken. 99% of the time you see me drinking something, it's seltzer water, not beer. 1 jack on the iPhone is okay because of the OTG cable you can buy. It's cheap. Learn something. I will try to learn something, Evil. You need a computer for work. I would find a reliable, highly recommended source and try to rebuild what you have and want. Yeah, no plastic. And that's the other underlying theme. Once I get to Florida, I'm definitely going to need a computer for doing my bulk mail, for doing my social media marketing and stuff, for doing my video editing for my YouTube channel, or for my videos. When I get listings, I do videos. I don't know if you guys ever watched my videos of the properties that I've sold in the past, but if you go back and you look at Jihad, GEE-HAW up in Alaska, my videos of the properties I sold up there are still online. AAHHMT, my Montana properties that I used to list in Montana and have videos of, those are still available on YouTube. You can go check those out and watch them. So I'm going to need a laptop for a lot of things, not just for editing videos for the time being. So, and so, Carrie Beth, not a problem. Not a problem at all. I just don't understand. Okay. Data from your computer should be, yes, it's obviously retrievable stuck in BC. I just need to have the funds to go ahead and do that. Yep. Makes any sense to do it on iPhone. You have a drone, what kind? I have a DJI Phantom 4. How's the pup? Well, she's sleeping. She's now sleeping right there next to me. Hey, Random Eki, what's up? On the go cable, which it looks like Carl has. You already have a W Premiere Pro and an iPad. That is all you need to make videos for now. Haha. I give up trying to explain. Okay. Good deal. You can expense all your computer tech costs, which I'm sure you know to do. Yeah, Carla. Right now, Carla, I don't have enough money. I don't have enough income coming in to worry about tax ramifications on my spending. So my income this year is going to be so little, I probably will not even have to file taxes for 2018. Direct mail marketing rule of thumb is 7 contacts on a personal level will get you results. There you go, Mary Matthews. Thank you very much. Yep, and actually, Mary, and that's very true. You'll get consistent results. I find, though, that sometimes the very first letter may just catch people at the right moment, at the right time that they're thinking about selling a property. And so I've had very good success with it. Alcohol is a depressant. It certainly is. Produces finished videos. Troll without media encoder. I stumbled on the channel today and made a comment about the 3300 cable that you need. A reply you answered with didn't make sense at all. Did you pull the whole cable out? No, I just pulled the wire out of the inside, SV Freedom. I just pulled the wire out of the inside. I did remove the outer sheath. I just pulled the wire out of the inside. It broke. So one piece of wire came out one end, the rest of the piece of the wire came out the other end, and I used them to put them together to measure so I could have the right length. I'm sorry if I confused you with that. Crazy glue closed wound. Yes, JR, you told us that yesterday. I'm glad Crazy Glue closed your wound. Thank you, Frank. Oh, no problem, Carrie Beth. Well, JR, you should get it looked at then. Get some stitches in that. Food and drink, you can only expand somewhere between 1/2 and 3/4 depending on what state you live in. Business style expenses are different rules. Yep, that's true. Okay, Carl will be in the 1% in 5 years next to Delos. It would be great. That would be great, Dick or Bill. Bill, from your lips to God's ears. Let's hope that happens. Pouring outside. Wow, it's not raining here at all. I think I just opened my mouth and inserted my foot. No problem, Carla. No problem at all, darling. Tie them together and fish it in. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. Yeah, it doesn't work that way. You can't just tie them together. It doesn't work that way. I'm sorry. The fingers with your keyboard. Wood piece, I know, right? Yes, I've got a Phantom, a DJI Phantom 4. Yes, I do. Which I desperately need for my YouTube channel, and when I get down to Florida, I need that for filming the properties that I'm putting up for sale. People like to have those overhead videos flying around and getting those kind of shots. Okay, so now that I've caught up with the chat, can I get to my content stuff I want to talk about today? And we can move on from cables and contacts. And John Dolan, you rock, man. You really do. I appreciate that. And just so if you're new on here, John Dolan's going to do a match. Anybody that hits my PayPal during the next 10 days, I think he said next 10 days, up to $1,000 he's going to match. So if anybody's thinking about donating, any penny you donate to me on PayPal from now for the next 10 days, he'll match up to $1,000. So that's awesome. My big toe and it's swollen, maybe infected. Wow, JR, you got all kinds of problems going on, man. Sorry to hear that. Carrie Beth, you're in Daytona. Cool. Okay. Okay. Talking about the talking about the troll issue. This is going to be a troll rant. This is a perspective thing. I've come to the conclusion that a lot of the reason why people follow my channel, why I have a lot of good regular permanent subscribers, followers, is because people are here for hope. They're here to have some hope that an old codger like me can succeed and get myself to Florida and get back to work, you know, and be able to create some content and show you guys some interesting stuff along the way. I think a lot of people are watching my videos because they're hopeful that I'm going to make it to Florida. They're excited for me and want to see me succeed and get there. And so I don't think it's necessarily me that they're cheering on, but it's the hope of what's going to be happening in the future. And that got me thinking to the next step about it, which is that hope kind of puts things in perspective, okay? You guys are hopeful that I'm going to get there, and that puts everything else in perspective. I've had a lot of issues, as everybody knows, dealing with trolls. I don't deal with them very well. I don't suffer fools well. I need to work on that. I need to get better at it. It's hurt my channel. So many trolls out there, you know, expounding all this nonsense stuff that has absolutely nothing to do with me or what's going on. It's just nonsense. It's just white noise in the background. But it's had a real negative impact in me and my emotions and my finances, certainly. But, you know, in the overall scope of things, guys, it's really insignificant. It really is insignificant. It has nothing to do, and nor does it have any impact on those people that still have hope that we're all going to get together. You know, you guys come along with me on the boat. I try to keep it, you know, do a lot of video while I'm out on the boat, going down the channel, showing you what it's like on a day-to-day basis, showing you what I experience when I stop places and do stuff. And so, you know, people have hope that that's going to happen and that's going to succeed. And I think that puts in perspective this whole troll nonsense, which is, you know, none of that really matters. In the overall scope of things, none of that really matters. I'm having tremendous success getting down the road. I have these, okay, a broken cable, stuff like that pops up, whatever. You know, we have these problems that we work through as we're going along on this journey. It's just one problem after another problem after another problem, and you just keep moving on, man. You just keep pushing through, and you keep growing, and you keep learning, and you keep moving on. So that's all. That's all I wanted to talk about. Is that it's hard for me to explain this because so many people are going to misconstrue what I'm trying to say. The idea is, guys, in the overall scheme of things, all of that stuff is insignificant. We have built a really good community here of like-minded people who are watching the channel and out to have some fun and to learn some stuff. And And, you know, I know a lot of you guys are cheering me on to see me succeed and get down the road. We all have hope. We all want to see everybody succeed. Not all of us, most of us do. And so I wanted to say thanks to everybody for that, because, you know, that's the kind of attitude and mentality that's kind of getting me through and getting me down the road. So while I was doing stuff today, and to give you guys a little idea about what I did today, the first thing I did was address the cable, try to figure out what size cable I needed, what it's going to cost, where I could get it. Found out about this guy that I could called him, waiting to hear back from Guy. But it looks like, you know, there's a lot of good ways of resolving this. It seems like the only really big issue for me isn't finding the cable or replacing the cable. It's trying to figure out how the hell I'm going to get down inside the lazarette to install the cable, because I simply just don't fit down there. I physically can't put myself in. And as talented as Miss Lily is, she's just not going to go down there with a wrench and loosen up the steering cables for me. So she's missing that opposable thumb. So, you know, we have these little bumps along the road. I mean, quite literally, going down the canal. I've had a lot of bumps lately. I've been grounding a lot thanks to all of the hurricane damage to the bottom and stuff. But, you know, in the overall scheme of things, it's really not a big deal. And then, you know, you get these incredible, wonderful people like Gene and John Dolan, and other folks in the past, like Billy was a big donor. I mean, everybody out there that's donated, you know, even down there, there's some people that, you know, only will hit me with, you know, $5 every so often, and that's awesome. It's not the dollar amount. It's you know, that there's just people out there that are supportive and are trying to help out and help move things along as best they can in their situation. And I want to tell everybody, you know, how appreciative I truly am for that, and how much it kind of gets me in my heart, and frankly, I get a little choked up about it. So anyhow, going back to my day. So I worked on the cable, took Miss Lily for a walk first thing this morning, worked on the cable, got that done. Went and did laundry, took a shower. I took a shower and I did dishes all at the same time today. That was the first time I've done that. That was pretty interesting. I was going to go over and take a shower, and I've got a pot here that had some dirty dishes in it. I'm like, well, why don't I just put them in my bag and take them over with me? So there I am in the shower with the Dawn soap and my forks, knives, and spoons, cleaning them up. It was pretty funny. So I did that today. Cleaned up the boat. I moved Frank's ice maker over into the head area so it would be off my counter. Cleaned up some counter and stuff, and just got a whole bunch of stuff done. And then while doing the laundry, I found some really cool books. This is the Fly Fishing for Bonefish by Dick Brown. So I've been reading this, and it's sort of reigniting my zeal for wanting to get down to the Bahamas and go bone fishing out over at the Abacos for bonefish with my fly rods. I'm really looking forward to that. That's going to be like a big moment for me to be able to do that, so I'm kind of looking forward to that. And then I also came across a couple other books, and one of the things in one of the other books it said that I thought was really sort of interesting, just sort of hit me today. Sorry, I needed a splash. I have been on the go since April. I've been on the go, moving down the road, fix this, fix that, fix this, fix that, moving down the road. Well, today, in this book I was reading, they were talking about the hereness of here. And that struck me as the hereness of here. What an interesting concept. I had never really sat and thought much about the hereness of here. So before I get more into the hereness of here, let me jump back in the chat because I can see it just flying by. There's probably a whole bunch of stuff I'm not responding to. So let me go back in here and see what I can do with that. So, now I'm going to fall off. It's been pretty bad. Okay. I'm cheering on Carl, but the draw is really hoping that you make it okay and seeing the journey. Well, thanks, Patrick. And I'm trying to do a better job of showing you the journey. So, from broken Alaska to Florida, made possible by the generosity of the internet. Yes, Dick, very true. Yes. How will we all fit on that boat? Well, it's going to be packed, man. Have you taken the 107 course yet? I have no idea what the 107 is. I think you're talking about the ASA course 107. No, I've not taken it. I've not taken any of the ASA courses. Hopefully Woodbeast will hit the max through the first. It would be a good viewer of the week. Yes, I would be really nice, John. It really would be nice. Paul Allen hoped he would live forever. None of his billions helped him any at all. Nope, that's very true. The internet is at least as much as the internet ever gave to him. Well, thank you, Mary. That's very kind of you to say that. About just go. Can't wait till you have everything, even money. Well, I'm looking forward to that too. Joshua Slocum, sir. Yeah, I don't know about that, Bill, but we're gonna try. Thank you, Alan. My efforts. Remember, the only easy day was yesterday. Yes, thank you, Carrie Beth. Very true. It's amazing that you have funded all these miles by donations. Okay. And get a talk show. Oh, gosh, no. Kramer did that on Seinfeld. Kramer did what on Seinfeld? How about a podcast? People like those. Yeah, actually, I started doing a podcast the other day. So, that toe probably needs butterfly bandages, butterfly closure. Oh, okay. How about just doing very short live streams in the great one? For you. Watch or display. Oh, okay, no plastic, huh? doing shorter but more videos, yeah, maybe. Sharpshooter, if you have a house in Florida, I can sell it for you, absolutely. As long as it's inside my service area. You know, if it's somewhere outside the state, I really can't be of service to you. Real estate's really a local thing. I mean, like right now, I'm relearning the Florida market, property values, pricing, that kind of stuff, trying to refresh my memory as to what's going on there. And as a realtor, I just can't do that for the whole state. It takes a certain amount of specific local knowledge. Craigslist to find a little man to crawl into, so maybe 25 for your guidance. For the record, I'm not a doctor, give medical advice. Okay. 107 courses for drones. Oh, the 107 course for drones. No, I've not taken that. Sheridan wants dishes like Kramer did. Okay. Always nice. Can't you see my halo? There you go. Okay, I caught up with the chat. Wow. Okay. No, I've not taken the 107 course. I understand it's required. It became a requirement after I left Sandusky. I will research that and look at it more once I get down to Florida. But as a general rule, I keep my drone under 500 feet. And so it's really not it's a mute subject. I don't fly any higher than 500 feet. I have no need to fly higher than 500 feet. So I like my beard. Well, thank you. It needs trimmed. It needs trimmed, so. How'd your beard get so thick? I don't know. Super glue. Oh, Kramer got a talk show on Seinfeld. Okay. Upload stuff, regular live streams, on me chat. Okay. For the diving, any idea when that will be? Yes, Sharpshooter. Probably be starting in about a month. The start will be in about a month, so why not more than 500 feet? Because 500 feet or higher, you get up where the airplanes are, and I rarely have to fly higher than 500 feet. My drone, it actually has, it's programmed that I can set a program for a maximum height, and I just set it for 500 feet. So, between you and Peter Boy, how happened between you and Peter Boy? I have no idea what that's talking about. Peter Boy, not familiar. Okay. So anyhow, I was talking about the hereness of here, and so that was the thing that I wanted to kind of touch base with a little bit. I've been on the go, doing all this stuff. Well, today I was doing laundry, and in the laundromat there was a book there. They have a lending library, a free. And when you're in sailboats and you're cruising, you'll find when you get to marinas, a lot of marinas will just have a whole wall of books there that are there, and they're free. Anybody can go. You know, the idea is you read a book. When you're done reading that book, you put it in the library for the next person. You grab yourself a fresh book. So as you're traveling around, all these marinas have these little like free book library things where you can just drop off a book and pick up a book, whatever. Anyhow, I dropped off a couple books that I've read. I picked up a couple new books. One of the books I was reading was this book by Julia Glass called "And the Dark Secret Night." Anyhow, Julia Glass talks about the hereness of here. Hold on a minute. I just dropped my glasses. I got to pick them up before the dog eats them. There we go. The hereness of here. And so here I am doing my laundry. I'm sitting on the bench out front. And it just reminded me of the hereness of here. I don't pay attention to the hereness of here anymore. I'm not in the moment. I'm not present. I'm always thinking 10 steps, 20 steps ahead. I'm always worrying about the next thing I got to take care of or do. And I think we all kind of get caught up in that, and we forget about the moment. Like right now, this is a moment. And to take a moment and just appreciate the fact that we're all here, that we're all together, we're all having a conversation. So anyhow, I don't mean to become all philosophical on you guys today, but there were just a couple of things that today I was able to take a breath. I was able to sit here at the marina. Beautiful, beautiful sunny day, nice and chilly out. It was just a beautiful day, breezy, and I was just able to breathe for a day, not go anywhere, worrying about the cable, yeah, but doing some mundane things like laundry and showers and dishes and stuff. And so I had an opportunity to remind myself to stop and smell the roses, and to think about the hereness of here, to be here in the moment from time to time, and just appreciate the fact that, I'm alive and I can breathe, and I'm on this wonderful adventure, and I have a bunch of great friends who are helping me out and supporting me while I'm doing that, and that's all just really awesome. So I just wanted to point that out to you guys, that you guys should also think about the hereness of here and be in the moment from time to time, and really just be able to chill out and relax and do whatever you want to do. So with that said, let me go back and jump back in the chat and see what I missed. So I tried out for the Saskatchewan Rough Riders back in the day. I got cut, huh? You're gonna hit a plane. Yeah, I really do, David. People hit planes with drones all the time. Well, I passed last year, and it's for anyone using as a business real estate. Okay, I will look into that. Oh, actually, yes, Freebird. I'm sorry. Yes, okay. Yep, anybody that's using them for commercial applications does have to take that. I'm aware of that. And to me, it's just FAA trying to get money. So not really a 107 course, just a general knowledge course, the FFA approved exam. Yeah, and basically it says stay under 500 feet. Using your drone for commercial purposes, you will get snagged. Yeah. Yeah, yes, it would be. That's why I bought the drone originally. I bought the drone for filming for my real estate videos up in Alaska. That's why I bought the drone. The rule doesn't apply to balloons. Okay. 400 feet anywhere. They just have to fly transponders and radios if they do. Will you ever shave your beard? I shave my beard quite a lot. Hey Gene, how you doing? Height is for commercial use. Height limitations across the U.S. 400 feet. All right, well there you go. I should change it down to 400 feet then. Waterproof light for snorkeling or diving from Amazon, hopefully in the next day or two. I'll make a video testing. Hey, that'd be cool. I'd like to see that, Frank. $22. Wow. If you take care of the moment, the next moment works out pretty well. There you go, Smoking. I like that. There you go. What tips do you have to drown myself? Don't. It's easy. Just don't. Oh, wife said that was a good comment. You made 420. There you go. I always get a kick at how many people watch this with the husband and wives watching together. I think that's funny. I'm sorry, that came out wrong. I didn't mean funny. I meant it. I think it's really good that husbands and wives do this as a couple. That it's. I wish my ex-wife had done that with me. Maybe she wouldn't be an ex-wife at the moment. So, just to note, John Dolan, Carl, let me do another match. I will match all PayPal donations between now and the 31st of this month up to $1,000, so folks can give you 10 days to donate to Carl. So folks, that gives you 10 days to donate to Carl. Okay. So Woodbeast, you're just reminding everybody of the offer that John Dolan made. Is that correct? Okay. Here's Carl's PayPal. Yep. So guys, if you hit my PayPal, any money that you donate, John Dolan's going to match. And let me tell you something, guys. In all seriousness, if people between now and the 31st, if people donate $1,000 and John matches that for $1,000, not only will I be able to get a computer and start being able to edit and upload a lot of video pretty quickly, but that will also pretty much cover my expenses of getting me down to Florida. I mean, that will pretty much fund all of the food and fuel and what, I mean, barring some other breakdown, which of course seems like they happen all the time, but barring that, that should be enough money for me not only to get a laptop, but to get me down to Florida. So please, if you can, hit the PayPal as much as you can here in the next 10 days. If we can raise $1,000 and he matches it, man, that's absolutely phenomenal. That funds the rest of my trip and gets me a laptop computer, which means I can start doing some work. I've actually been in contact with the multiple listing service. I'm getting my MLS membership. It was mothballed earlier in the year. I'm getting it unmothballed now, so I can start accessing the database down there, so I can start compiling my farm list. That's a really big job. It's a really big job, compiling and creating a database of all of the names and addresses of the people that are going to be on my mailing list. And of course, I can't start that until I have a computer, which is why the computer is the next step in what I need for me tool-wise in order to be able to get back to work. So, John Dolan, you rock, man. That's awesome. Even if we fall short of that, getting a computer so I can get back to work would be awesome. So, yes, Gene. Yeah, you did come in late. I did speak to Guy. I'm actually waiting for him to call me back. He thinks he's not sure. He thinks he has a cable. It's a number 33 cable. Apparently a 10-foot long 33 cable. 33 is the number of this design, and 10-foot long. He needed to know how long mine was. So total of $1,000 as stated above. Yes, total of $1,000. So John's not spending more than $1,000. John's only going to spend up to $1,000 if everybody else donates up to $1,000 between now and the 31st. But yes, yeah. So he's going to call me back to confirm when he can come over and do the job. He said he would do the repair work for $80 an hour, and he knows my boat design, and he thinks he can get it done in 1 hour. So he's talking like coming over and replacing the cable for me and doing it for 1 hour. Pirate, I didn't talk to him about changing the other cable. You suggested that. That's a really good suggestion. I'm going to ask him about that and see what he thinks as well. And see if we can change the shifter cable at the same time that we're changing out the throttle cable. Because you're right. They're both 44 years old. So it would behoove us to go ahead and get both of those done at the same time. If the guy's got to climb down in the hole, he might as well get that done all at the same time. So I'm going to see if we can get all that done at once. So, wife said, look at pawn shops for a computer. To put a running total up so we know if we are approaching the 1,000. No need to give details of who gives. Okay, Miss Shar. Well, right now, Miss Shar, we're at 25. And that's because you donated 25. We're at 25 right now. So we're $975 short of making the $1,000 goal. So, okay, and yes, I will try to do that on a regular basis so we can keep track of that. Yep, okay, all right. Yeah, so Pirate, that was a really good suggestion of you, and I appreciate that. I kind of had thought about that, but, you know, I didn't want to, I don't know, want to keep it simple, so. Call your preferred computer vendor and ask them to for refurbished deals. Yeah, well, I don't have a preferred. I bought my last computer at Costco, and you know, the idea would be it would be a good idea to just go ahead and get my old computer fixed and get it fixed. They said they could do that for like $575 or something. They would have to replace a new motherboard in it. I'm also wondering, you know, maybe I should take my old computer and have them replace the motherboard, but also kick up my RAM, because my computer is sort of borderline with its ability to be able to edit video. It's really not ideal. As somebody mentioned earlier, a gaming computer is really what I need. I need something with really big, the ability to carry a really big amount of graphics. So that takes a lot of RAM. So, I don't know. We'll see. Anyhow. Hire Jake Showcase to be your lion hole crawler. You tiny. And Woodbeast, all right, man. Thank you. Woodbeast just hit the PayPal. Awesome, dude. Thank you very much, man. Appreciate that. Homeless in Hamilton, Ontario. Contacting him will be a challenge. Yeah, I don't think somebody in Ontario is going to be much help to me down here in South Carolina. Huh. Although I would love to hire someone that was homeless and give them something to do. That would be great. Live in hole crawler. Get some sleep. Hey, Dick, you take care, buddy. Get some sleep, man. You can get a really good gaming computer at Micro Center for about $600 a laptop even. I will, Mary, I will certainly check that out. I'm going to say you don't have the space for it, but once you get to Florida, you should look at a used gaming desktop unit. You can then transfer your things off of the old hard drive. Huh. Huh, okay. Coyote, I hadn't even thought about that. Then send the laptop off to be fixed. That's not a bad idea, huh? Hard to resist John's match offer. Yes, it is, Woodbeast. Thank you very much, buddy. How small does the individual need to be? You have to be a pretty small person to fit inside of a lazarette. Cyber Monday is coming soon. Well, there you go. So there you go. When is Cyber Monday? Because we're going to be done with this fundraiser by the end of the month, so. Okay, thinking of terabytes range, maybe 10 terabyte is what I would start with. Okay, I don't know, well, yes, you know, I'm not getting, my old computer is a 1 terabyte, but the way technology has moved along, I agree with you. I just need to make sure I have enough RAM, though, to handle the video stuff, so. What about buying the motherboard and RAM yourself, provided you repair play? Yeah. I tried that route before stuck in BC. You know, I bought a piece to replace for the power switch, and then it became the motherboard, and I am not a computer technician guy. I mean, I have a background in that, but I'm not a computer technician guy. Not my area of expertise. I think I may do more damage than good trying to get in there and do stuff like that. So, week before Thanksgiving. Oh, okay, so that would be the end of November then. Oh, that would be perfect. Well, no, I want it before then. I wouldn't want to wait that long. I'd like to get it right after Halloween-y. That would be awesome, so. Awesome, okay. Anyhow, guys, listen, we're 68 minutes into this, so your current laptop hard drive can be cloned into a new system. Yeah, I know that would be. Actually, what I really was thinking about doing with my old laptop is I can pull out the hard drive out of my old laptop, and then they take the old hard drive and then they put it in a power case like this that my old hard drive connects with a USB. I've done that before on old computers, on old laptops, and it just seems like it's a real easy way to deal with that, and then I have access to that hard drive for all my data and stuff off of it. So, because my old computer is kind of old. I mean, it's like 10 years old now, so it's really getting antiquated. It was state of the art at the time, but it's not state of the art anymore, obviously. Not even state of the garbage right now. So, anyhow, okay. So we're 69 minutes into this. We're well over the time. Let's do shameless shout outs. Anybody want to do a shameless shout out for yourself? Go ahead and do that. Let's see, what are you guys watching? What's hot? What are you guys paying attention to? What did you find interesting today or the last couple of days on videos being put out by other people? Any response to that? That would be interesting. So that is old. Yeah, it's an old computer. It's an old computer. It needs to be updated. I mean, I was planning on updating it anyway, so Michael just hit PayPal. There you go, guys. Okay, well we're at $100 right now, folks. We're at $100 right now. So we have $900 more to go by the end of the month. So that's John Dolan, man. I can't tell you how much you're making my day, man. I can't tell you how much you're making my day. That's absolutely awesome. So there you go. Yep, John Dolan's matching dollar for dollar anything anybody donates between now and the 31st of the month up to $1,000. So I can't tell you how friggin' awesome that is. That means I'm going to have a laptop to start editing with again. So you guys will be seeing a lot more content coming out. You'll see the Lily Cam. You'll see aerial stuff off of the drone. You'll see me pulling out my big camera, the Canon. So you'll see a lot of high def stuff. It's going to be awesome. So I think you overcomplicated the tools to make basic videos. None of your videos you've made so far require anything sophisticated. Okay, well, I appreciate that. $100 a day will get me there, Patrick. It certainly will. Yep, Golden Globe race is going non-stop. Race with the 24-year-old lady in third. Oh, so that's the Golden Globe that you were referring to. Okay, because I know some people, you kept mentioning that race. Yeah, 24-year-old lady is in third place. That's amazing. So it's the Golden Globe race. Yeah, I don't have TV. No, I can't say that anymore. I can't say that anymore. I have a television set as of today. Talking to a guy here on the dock. I kid you not. Talking to a guy here on the dock. We're just chatting about different things, you know, and he was talking about some other interesting information I'll give you in a second, but he was talking about how he enjoys living here. He lives on his sailboat. He's about 4 slips up from me on a sailboat, on a 31-footer. He lives here full-time, year-round. And he was talking about how affordable this marina is. I was thinking, well, you know, I'm paying $2 a foot per night, $58 a foot. I don't think that's affordable. The slip that I'm in, if I stayed here for a month, is only $300. $300 a month to live full-time in this marina, and that includes your electric, and that includes cable television. So he was telling me about that, and I said, well, cable doesn't bother me. I don't have a television anyway. And he looked at me, he says, you don't have a TV? I said, no, I don't have a TV. He said, do you want one? I said, well, you know, yeah, it might be nice to watch a football game or something. It might be nice to have a TV, but I don't have a TV. He says, hold on a minute. He walks over his boat, comes back over, and hands me a flat screen television today with a built-in DVD player in it. He just goes over and I stuck it up in the V-berth because I don't have any way to hook it up right now. I put it up there and put it out of the way, but the guy just handed me a flat screen TV today. So I have a television. It's not connected. I don't use it, but I have a TV as of today. So, but yeah, isn't that amazing? $300 a month to live in this marina. $300 a month. If you have a boat, you could be in this marina. That includes your electric. That includes your cable television. And telephone. Well, it doesn't include your telephone, but they have telephone connections here. You got to pay extra for that, though. I thought that was ridiculously cheap, $300. Current content on my YouTube page, but my YouTube page address, Frank Tan. There you go, Frank. Computers are disposable these days. I would never put that much money and effort into an older laptop. Yeah, that's why, Adam, I was thinking it'd be better for me to buy a new computer and then take the hard drive out of this one and put it into one of those little power packs so it can be accessed. So you don't have to have a big disk drive in the machine anymore. Make very small space, very portable disk drives. 1 to 15 terabyte disk drive. Okay. Thank you, Mary. Mad Salt Life, doing the most detailed refit on YouTube. Yes, Johnny Hagg, he certainly does. In time, we will see you cruising on the bigger, better boat, too. Yes, that's true, Ms. Shar. That's the plan. Yeah, I thought $300 was a deal, no plastic. I thought that was, I mean, I was almost half tempted to say $300, crap. I should just pay $300 and take a break and spend a month here, but it's too cold. It's too cold. Guys, it's going down to 40 degrees here tonight. It was a high of like 68 today, and it's going down to 40 degrees. I have the boat all closed up right now. I have the refrigeration going because it generates a lot of heat. I have the ice maker going because it generates heat as well. That's how I'm kind of heating the boat. Plus, I'm going to cook dinner here in a little bit. I'm going to fire up the propane stove and generate a little heat before I get the blankets out and get snuggled in for the night. But it's getting down to 40 degrees here tonight, so I want to get the hell out of Dodge. Time for me to move someplace south where it's warm. Great monitor for your computer. I might. I have to figure out some way of mounting it on a wall, so. From a new friend. Kindness to strangers always amazes. Yeah, Miss Shar, he said it was just taking up room in his boat. He bought himself, okay, get this, guys. He lives on a 31-foot sailboat, and he's got a 50-inch flat screen in his boat. That's what he told me. He has a 50-inch flat screen. Where the hell can you possibly fit a 50-inch flat screen in a sailboat? I have no idea. I should go over and look at his boat and see it. But he tells me he has a 50-inch flat screen in his boat, so he didn't need this little one anymore. And it's not very big. It's not a real big flat. I mean, it's like, I don't know, maybe 18 inches. Oh, it's like 22 inches wide and like 18 inches high. It's not a very big one. But hey, it was free, so. We need an antenna. Yep, need an antenna. But to get to Hilton at $1,200 a month. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Colonel, how much for the cable? The throttle cable, it looks like it's going to be about $42, $44. Mike Mayfield, check. Yes, Mike, I saw the donation. I guess you didn't hear me when I thanked you for that. Yep, I appreciate that, buddy. I really do, Mike. Thank you for that. Just practical. We just try to be realistic and efficient with the money we have. And you don't have $300. Nope, don't have $300. But I will, Carter. I will. He must have mounted that 50-inch flat screen on the sea. Yeah, I don't know where he could have put that, Miss Shar. I was looking around my boat because, you know, my boat's only a couple feet shorter than his. I don't have any surface anywhere on my boat that I could put a 50-inch flat screen. There's no wall in my boat that would fit a 50-inch flat screen. I mean, there's just no place. Maybe if it swung down from the ceiling, maybe. I guess, you know, maybe, you know, if it mounted like up there, you know, someplace where it would fold up and fold down. But then the boat is so small. How could you watch a screen that big? I mean, it would be like the screen's right up like that to your face. How could you possibly watch that? I mean, if you're trying to watch a football game, you'd be looking over here, and then you'd be looking over there, and you'd be looking over there. I mean, you'd get whiplash in a boat trying to look back and forth following the action on a screen that big. I don't get it. So maybe I misunderstood him. You know, maybe he said something else. I thought he said a 50-inch screen. So I don't know. Kind of rock solid. Okay, must have. Yep, okay. So you can buy one machine that has the graphics capability and enough RAM and worry about storage space using USB portable drives. Yeah, Mary, I could do that. I absolutely could do that. The biggest problem for me, Mary, and for video editing is having the RAM, having the graphics. I need a really big graphics card. I need a computer with a really big graphics card. I use the Adobe Premiere Pro. Actually, I use the entire Adobe suite of videos, editing programs. So, yeah, if you look at the description down below, there's a link, or if you go back up through the chat, or if somebody here will post it, maybe Frank will post real quickly what my PayPal address is, so you can donate to that. I would appreciate it. And, you know, right now, John Dolan is doing a match dollar for dollar up to $1,000. We're up to $100 right now. So anybody wants to donate and get John to match that, that would be great. That gets me in a computer so I can start editing again. And if I can start editing and getting footage, that's going to be, you know, Lilycam, drone footage, the better cameras, the GoPros, everything can come out and I can start making some real content again. Underwater stuff, all of that will be included. So you have to stay in your bunk, recline. Yeah, have to lay flat on your back looking at the ceiling. So 18 degrees, wow. And are familiar with how Adobe Media Encoder is blended with Premiere. There you go. There's my PayPal address. Thank you, Frank. Put it on the mount that ascends from the floor with the push of a button. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, but then you'd have to retract all the way into the bilge. So, Carl, go check it out. Yeah, I'll have to go over to his boat and check it out. So, I think that would only work once. Yeah, right. Yeah. Anyhow, kids, I really appreciate everybody being here and hanging out with me. I'm sorry I got so philosophical on everybody earlier today, but the whole concept of the hereness of here really made me sit back. I think what triggered it for me is where I was sitting on the bench outside of the laundry area, and off to the side of me there was this wall. Just a brick wall that, decorative wall around a garden area, but it was a nice height for sitting on, and it reminded me of the patio that was at the house when I was a kid. Mom and Dad had a patio, and Robert just hit PayPal. Super, Robert. Awesome, man. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Okay, guys, we're at 200 for tonight. We're at 200 for tonight. So, John Dolan, we're making good progress toward that, man. We're already at $200 for tonight, guys. Thank you, Robert. That's an awesome donation, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you very much. In case you guys haven't noticed, I try not to talk about the actual dollar amount, although I have to do that now, give accounting here for the match. But, Robert, I didn't share your last name. If you want to do that and admit to who you are, that's fine. Some people don't want to have to do that because they're afraid of retribution from all the troll idiots and stuff. So we try to be a little covert with that stuff. So I live at 7,800 feet above sea level. I've already seen 11 inches of snow. It's not even November yet. Mary, where do you live? 7,800, you're in the Rockies. I used to live in Livingston, Montana, so I used to live up at that same kind of elevation. I'm landlocked, and I walked Carl to live vicariously through him. Well, thank you, Mary. But where? Where are you landlocked? If you're at that elevation, you got to be up in the Rockies, I would imagine. Well, I don't know. You could be in the Andes. You could be in any mountain range. So, yes, Gene, thank you. Thank you. Yes, thanks to everybody who donated, man. It's a huge help. I'm actually really excited about that. So, 20% on the goal. Yep, 20% on the way. Yep, we're at $200 now. So, very, very cool. Very, very cool. Making good headway towards that goal. So, that's exciting. I mean, to be honest with you guys, that's really exciting. I was so bummed when my computer died. So, I don't live at 7,800 feet. I live in Saskatchewan. We do need altitude. Oh, okay. Okay. In Saskatchewan, Canada. Canada, eh? I'm really impressed. I have quite a few viewers that, stuck in BC's up there, and I have a lot of people that are Canadian that watch. So I appreciate you guys. So I have already done what Carl is doing now. I finished my first circumnavigation on my 20th birthday. I spent at least 40 on your 20th birthday. Wow, Mary, that's awesome. Awesome. And that was 40 years ago. So you're my age then. You're 60. Cool. Very cool. Very, very cool. That's awesome. That's awesome. I don't know if I'm ready for a circumnavigation or not yet. Certainly not on this boat. I need a much bigger one than that. So ask Bobby what laptop he recommends. That might not be a bad idea. Huh. I haven't spoken. Nice to see you smile. Thanks, Smoking. I appreciate that, man. It's nice to be able to smile for a change. So. But I was smiling yesterday, I was smiling yesterday, even through all that stuff. So, at Canadian, I'm on the edge of the Rocky Mountain National Park, just west of Denver. You're at the edge of the Rocky Mountain National Park, west of Denver. Denver's down in Colorado, so you're north of Denver. If you're in Canada, you're just north of Montana, which is where I used to live, I know the Rocky Mountain National Park fairly well. I've driven up through that whole area a number of times. Carter, you know, it's actually been a while since I spoke to Bob. Bob was on one of the live streams the other day. He came on and visited and chatted for a little bit, but I haven't had much talking with Bob in a while now. So I probably should reach out to him and see how he's doing. So I thought it was really nice of him to come join one of my live streams and visit for a little bit. Check out Micro Center. I was surprised at the laptop deals they've got. Yeah, Mary, it was Micro Center that gave me the bid on fixing my old computer. That's who I took my old computer to have them look at it. I don't know if there's any Micro Centers anywhere near me where I am right now, so it was pretty cool. So, oh, she's answering PC. I'm sorry. Am I assuming? Okay, sorry. I thought she was talking to me. Yes, John Dolan is matching any donations right now. Yeah, that was nice of Bob. Bob's a good guy, Booby. Yeah, Bob's a nice guy. He really is. Bob and I have had a lot of conversations. Been a lot of controversy going on between Bob and I, you know, and I've not... I'm going to say there were some things that Bob did that I was critical of. There's some things that I've done that he's been critical of. But my criticalness of Bob has all been with his best interest at heart. You know, I'm just wanted to make sure that Bob was keeping himself safe and not biting off more than he can chew. Apparently, I was mistaken. He was able to get on that sailboat and make the delivery. That was awesome. Absolutely. I can't tell you how proud I am of Bob having done that. I had real concerns about him leaving Seattle that late in the year. So that's great. Thank you, John Dolan. Appreciate it, man. I've lived a blessed life before I retired. I was a fire dumper pilot. Wow. Snorkel, which means I could hover over the lake and suck. Oh, wow. That's cool, Mary. Was he critical when you did not buy his boat? No, not at all. He understood. Carter, when I went to buy Bobby's boat, it was clearly with the understanding that I was selling my place up in Alaska. I had a contract on my place up there, the farm up there. The farm contract fell through. So I didn't have the money to buy Bob's boat. I was going to buy Bob's boat, but he knew it was subject to me selling the farm, and the farm sale at that time had fallen through. Turns out the exact same lady that had that contract that fell through turned around and did in fact buy my boat, but for a whole lot less money, or buy my farm, but for a whole lot less money than what that contract was for. I'm not very happy with that lady, but it is what it is. Well, it looks like it's going to work out, Paul. It's all good, man. So thank you for that, though. Just one more difficult thing to have to happen. And so, Mary, by the way, since you're talking about working for the fire service, I don't know if you picked up on my background, but I volunteered with the fire department there in Montana for 8 years. I was a volunteer firefighter, drove the ambulance, worked as an EMT, first responder, and firefighter, and all that kind of stuff. Did that for 8 years. I also served as secretary of the board for the fire department there. Did that for 7 of those 8 years as well. So, love that. And so I always appreciate those people that are, helping put the wet stuff on the red stuff, Especially the guys that do all the marking. I don't know, you're probably aware of the guys who fly over now and they use dye. They use a colored dye in the water now, and so, or a chemical dye to actually bomb a house. So we'll be out, cutting some lines and stuff, digging around a house, trying to build a fire break, and then they'll fly over to the cabin and they'll drop this chemical retardant on the cabin that would kill any fire, and it dyes the whole building red. It's like a big red. It's like being hit with a giant red paintball, I guess, for lack of a better way of explaining that. And there's been times that we've been close enough to those buildings that we've become red. And, we always laughed about it. It was like, maybe we were bank robbers, and when we opened the package of money, the dye thing exploded and made us all red. Well, as volunteer firefighters up there in those wildland fires in Montana, quite often firefighters would get bombed and be made red because of the flyover guys dropping a little close to them and stuff. It just, I don't know. Little funny side note to you, but that's pretty cool. And for those of you guys that don't know, it's those people like her that drop over into lakes and either scoop up or snorkel up water. This is why sometimes we have fish raining down on people, because they will pick up everything in the water. So wrong word. It should have been frugal, because we are on a fixed income. She told me to stop chatting to watch my comments on the TV. All right, Troll Sniper. Mary, when you say H3, you mean a Sikorsky SH3 heavy helicopter. How did the ex get all of the proceeds and you clueless to her rights to the community property? That never made sense. Well, that's because, Ronald, I've never gone into any details about my divorce and what transpired there, nor do I have any intention of ever doing that publicly. It's not exactly like the wife got everything and I didn't get everything. There were a lot of extenuating circumstances involved that frankly are none of your damn business. So, but the end result was the same. I always tried to stop when I got to 22,000, any more than that, and the beast got a little wobbly in the turns, huh? Spoken, you take care, buddy. Yeah, and actually, we're going to go ahead and end this here anyway. So, 22,000 pounds of water, I think is what Mary's referring to. 22,000 pounds of water. So, anyhow, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this because we're like an hour and a half. And stocks like fish search. Yep, they do that. They air bomb fish, and when they stock water, they do that too. I've seen them do that. Yep. Anyhow, guys, it's getting late, and I've got to actually go to the bathroom, so I got to go end this. I got to walk up the dock and head over to go hit the head, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. In the meantime, guys, you guys all take good care of each other. I really appreciate you guys being here. John Dolan, you're awesome, man. Gene, again, thank you again for the help you give me. Frank, everybody, I really appreciate all the help from everybody. Those that donated tonight, you guys rock. I really appreciate it. And so I'm like 370 pounds. My local volunteer farmer said a physical did not qualify. Oh, bullshit. 80 cal, tell them horse hockey. I weighed that amount and I still joined the fire department. They actually, you can actually get bunker gear and wildland gear your size too. So, and if you can't, let me know. I'll contact my old department. They still have my gear. They can ship it to your department if they need to. It'll fit you. So, anyhow. I'm a little bit south of Estes Park, Colorado. Oh, well, then you're not in Canada. I thought you said you were in Canada. Okay. So you're in Colorado at the Rocky Mountain National Park. I for some reason, I thought you said you were in Canada. My mistake. Maybe I'm confusing you with somebody else. Okay. That's where I was confused. So I understand then being in Colorado. Sure. That makes sense. Okay. Well, in any event, guys, we're going to go ahead and end this here. So anyhow, be good, be careful, take good care of each other, everybody. Remember, in the description, yep, $800 more to go in 9 days. Thanks, everybody. We'll have more for you tomorrow. In the description down below, links to my PayPal and Patreon. Right now, we have a match going on. John Dolan's matching dollar for dollar up to $1,000. We're at $200 now. So if you can, hit often, hit hard, hit the PayPal. There's a link in the description down below for my PayPal address. Go ahead and hit that, and let's see if we can get that match done. That's going to enable me to get a laptop together, guys, a good laptop, so I can start editing video again, which would be really nice, make some more content. So, good night, everybody. We'll see you in the morning.